Hey travelers, welcome back to another episode of Canadian Star Wars Outpost. If you're new to the channel, my name is Greg and I really appreciate a like and subscribe to help my YouTube channel grow a little bit more. Now I know it's been a while since I've made a video, so life things have come up. As you can see, I have some boxes in the back, so I'm actually moving out of this place where I'm currently living. But I wanted to take a new direction and kind of do a step-by-step video, so I will be building a new cosplay, and I wanted to start and kind of show you how the process goes and where I get certain things from as I start to build this set. Now this set is pretty, looking into it, it's actually pretty costly. I thought Vader was expensive, but this one's going to be, from what I've totaled, a couple grand more from what I spent on Vader. But I'm excited to do it and I want to share each step-by-step process with you. So without any further ado, stick around and let's dive into it. Welcome back travelers. As you can maybe have already guessed, from the title of this video and all the materials sitting here, I will actually be building a Din from the Mandalorian. So I received this, as you can tell it's open. I actually bought my first step, so that's what we're going to cover today is actually the armor portion of the costume itself. But I had ordered this I received it about 2 weeks ago. I got it on a third-party deal off of Facebook Marketplace group. About a month ago, so it took about a week and a half, 2 weeks to get here, and I've been busy moving and stuff, so I did crack everything open to make sure everything was in good shape, and instead of just letting it sit around to unveil it to you. But I still have the box here that the helmet came in, so we'll crack this guy open. So before I get into this actually, so this armor there's many places you can get armor. I've been doing research on this stuff for quite a while. And I have some friends in the 501st who have their costumes approved and sent me in different directions. There are tons of places you can get armor. One of the main guys' name is John Stark. He makes probably the top-notch armor that you can get. This stuff is not that quality. It is very close, but unfortunately, as much as I'd love to buy John stuff, I just don't have that kind of cash. He's a little bit more expensive, but he does do quality work. So this I feel was the next kind of step down. So this armor is actually made, you can get it on Etsy from a gentleman named Marcus, and his tag or his Etsy name is Monster FD. He makes really good armor. This was recommended to me and that other people have been approved in the past with this kind of armor. So this is who this is from. I also bought this third party, so I didn't buy it directly from Marcus, but I bought it from someone who bought it from Marcus. So this is the armor portion of the set. It's basically all the Beskar parts that Din wears in the Book of Boba Fett. So that's the costume I am making is the one from the Book of Boba Fett. When you buy this straight from Marcus, it comes with, so I actually have two different parts. So you would buy the body Beskar separately from the helmet, and then he sells the helmet as one piece. And then there's a premium helmet and a standard helmet. This is actually the premium helmet. It just has like an extra lining in it, from what I understand anyways. But this is kind of what you get. So you buy the helmet, so you get the helmet, and then you would buy the Beskar armor. So what does that come with? So that comes with two gauntlets, the chest armor, the back armor, both shoulders, thighs, and the kidney plate. So that's all the pieces it comes with. Now you can buy each piece separately if you want to and do one part at a time, but I kind of bit the bullet and just dove and got all of it, so it'd be, obviously I bought it. When I was looking to get it from Marcus, I was going to do a whole set anyways, but I found this as a third party as a whole set, so it just saves me on shipping costs because it all comes from the States, and as a Canadian, I get screwed over by import fees a lot. Let's go ahead and open this part. So the helmet comes on its own, so we'll crack this open. Now, this was all wrapped in bubble wrap and really nicely sealed, but like I said, I opened this stuff already. But this is what we're looking at for the helmet. So this is Marcus's helmet. So we'll do a quick kind of spin for you. So this is the helmet. So as you can see, this is a premium line. So if you flip it over this way, you have more of a premium lining in it. And it comes with a green visor. But just for you guys to check that out, And this is all removable, it's all just velcroed in. But as you saw, this actually has a green tint visor. I was talking to some friends and they said the green works, but when you're at big events and you're wearing this for a long time, it kind of messes with your eyes. So I'm probably going to take the green out and basically put a new just tinted visor in. But overall quality, I think I was really impressed when I opened it. It does look really nice. The paint job is better than I could ever do. But this is a used helmet, so there's one thing I noticed right away, and I'll see if you can notice it on here. But it just seems like there's some rim damage from someone putting it down and moving it, or I'm not sure if the person I had bought this for was building the kit, and I don't know if they ended up finishing it or not, so he could have cosplayed in it and he put the helmet down and it's just wear and tear from, you know, someone putting it on the floor. But there is some scratches on it, but on the overall helmet itself, if you look nice and close, it's nice and shiny, and I don't really notice any big damage on it, so that's an overall win for me. But yeah, that is the helmet. So this is what you can get from Marcus. So I will cover costs at the end for everything, but just to guesstimate right now, I believe this helmet runs about 500 bucks Canadian. The premium's like 650, but I'll touch base on that later. But this is the helmet from Marcus. So I will do an overview of the armor just so you can see each piece at a time, and I'll just show you the kind of things I noticed when I purchased this. So I will bring you over here and we'll take a look at the armor from above. All right, so this is this complete set that you get from Marcus. So like I said, you get both gauntlets, your chest and your abs, but it is technically one piece. It does come in two pieces. So this actually does slide apart, but I'm only doing this one-handed and I don't want to break anything. Here's your back piece. Both shoulders with the signet on the right shoulder, your kidney piece, and your two leg pieces. So that's all the pieces that come. I will pull one up at a time for you to kind of just get a glance at each piece. But there is some damage on this stuff that I had gotten. Now, I'm not sure how when they 3D print these and make them, I will kind of show you, but it looks like there's some kind of coating on the inside to protect it or maybe keep it together. Whoever makes these or wants to fill me in if I'm wrong, feel free to leave your comments in the bottom. But just really quickly, so here's one of the gauntlets. But if you look on the inside, right, it looks like when they print these and cut them out, they put like a coating on the inside to maybe protect it. I'm not sure, but again, here's the one thing I noticed about a lot of this armor when I got it. Again, I did get this as a third party. I didn't buy it directly from Marcus. This could be all wear and tear. I'm not sure where this armor was stored or what happened to it, if he used it or whatnot. But this is the one thing I noticed on a lot of them, is that it looks like there is chipping out of it. Now I don't know that when you 3D print these, if when you're breaking off the extra pieces, if that's just part of it and they painted over it. Again, it's not a big issue because when you do put this on, you're looking at the outside of it. You're not really gonna notice those small little things, especially if someone comes up to you, unless they're really going through or nitpicking your cosplay. But yeah, so I did get some damage on the other gauntlet. So unfortunately, this part here broke off. But looking at it, it looks like there's just a small spot where you can put some glue. It will easily clip back on, which is about here. But again, I'm gonna use some E6000 glue. I'm sure that'll be fine. But this part you have to build a little bit, so it comes in 3 pieces. So I will do my best to balance this. But this just slides on here, and then you have the end piece of the whistling birds, which I actually think is really cool. So he put all the holes in there for you. So if you wanted to, you could fill this in with LEDs. There's a lot of creative people on the Facebook group I'm on who have built the whistling birds, and the lights actually pop out of this. way beyond me, but I'd love to have that as my cosplay. But yeah, this part just sits on here, and then there's your whole piece gauntlet. But we'll take this apart again. I'm not sure if anyone has built this in the past. Can you please let me know? Do you glue these on, or do you leave them off? Because it seems like some people leave them off. I'm not sure. Or maybe they just deconstruct them when they make those whistling birds. It would make sense to me to just glue them on, because then you wouldn't have to worry about it, but someone let me know, please. All right, next we're going to take a quick look at the chest. So this does come in 2 pieces. So here is your top part. Again, it's got all this sludge in it. I think it's a coating. I just can't get over it for some reason, but yeah. So this is your chest part. Let it sit here. And then this is the kind of the ab part, but those are 2 separate pieces. That being said too, I just wanted to cover something really quickly. You can message, from what I understand, Marcus, to ask for different scale. When I had bought this and I was talking to the gentleman, he just said it was 100% scale. So I'm not sure if they just have a set scale that they printed off at, but I'm sure you could adjust it if you were bigger. I'm a pretty small guy, so looking at this seems fine with me. You know, like I said, but I'm sure you can adjust it if you needed to. But yeah, that's the chest. Your back, again, just pretty flat, small details in it, but your shoulders. So this is the left shoulder, I believe. I believe the signet goes on the right shoulder. But yeah, quality's really good, man. Like, whoever, the painting job, and I mean, it looks like the right paint tone. Like, personally, for myself, you can buy these raw, not painted. It does save you a lot of money. If you're a more skilled painter, go for it. I'm just not. I'm also very impatient. So parts of this, you know, I just think for the extra money for them to paint it and have it ready for you over the trials and error I might do painting this and screwing up and having to reset, this just seems better for me. But if you like the challenge and want to paint it, feel free. But red armor with the signet. It's about there. The left thigh. And the right thigh. So this is what I'm talking about with painting. Like, it's one thing to paint the same color over the same stuff, but this has like more textures to it. I wouldn't be good at this, so this is why I would pay someone to paint it for me. But yeah, it's the right thigh, but this is what there's some more damage here, so I'm not sure if it comes like this. I would hope not, but again, this is all 3D painting stuff. Like, it looks like it's small damage. It could have just been dropped, but again, you know, when these guys are making this stuff all the time and constantly, I wouldn't be surprised. But it's interesting too, there's damage on this side. So there's damage here and there's damage here. But again, it's 3D printed. I'm not sure if it really affects it much or not. There's a couple scratches on the front, but overall, pretty happy with the quality. And last but not least, here is your kidney plate. There. So the cost. So we'll start with the helmet. So the helmet, I'm looking at Monster FD's Etsy right now. So I'm looking at the prices as Canadian right now because it converts it automatically for you. But the Mandalorian helmet, you're looking at, with a basic fabric, $450 plus shipping from the States plus import fees. With the premium liner, what I have is $520, and that's just for the helmet. If we go to the armor now the armor, like I said, I'm not going to price out every single piece, but you can buy each piece separately if you want to. I mean, I feel like as a Canadian, that would cost you way more money because you're literally buying each piece at a time, having it shipped, paying for import fees. Doesn't really seem worth it to me, so I bought this as a full set. Now, we'll touch base on both, so you can get a raw full set, not painted, for $950, and that gets you all of those materials. Now, painted is a little bit more money, so painted is going to cost you about double. So they charge $1850 for a full set, painted, ready to go. Obviously, there are some assembly points, like I said, with the Whistling Birds, you gotta do that yourself. But yeah, you're looking at almost double. Now, in my opinion, is it worth $1,800? Honestly, I don't know how much this paint costs. It's probably quite pricey, and you also have to clear coat it. So you not only, if you get the raw kit, it's just 3D printed, it's sent to you. You have to, put a primer on it, and then you gotta paint it. I'm not sure, I mean, it's probably better to do 2 coats to make sure it's really even, and then you have to clear coat it. You can definitely save money, 100%. I'm just not that great of a painter, and I think I would probably go through way more paint or overspray or all these other errors I could probably do. So to me, it's worth spending the extra money to get everything ready to go. That being said, I did buy this as a third-party set. So right now, if you were to buy it brand new from Marcus, from Etsy, you're looking at $1850 for the armor plus $500 for the helmet. So you're looking at about $2,300 just for that small section of the costume. You can save money, like I said, with the raw things. But also remember, if you're buying it piece by piece, each time you buy something, it's going to have shipping and it's going to have import fees. So to me, it is more worth it to just bite the bullet and buy all of this. Keep your eyes out on marketplaces and join Mandalorian groups, build groups if you're looking to build a suit yourself. There are people selling stuff all the time. So I was lucky and came across this armor set, and I bit the bullet and I saved probably about 20%, 20 or 30%. If not more. So yeah, that is my first section of armor. Thanks for joining me today, guys. I will have more steps as I get more and more pieces, and I will slowly put it on a mannequin and build it up in front of you guys and show you the steps that I take and who I buy it from to make a full suit. So that's just part 1 on the armor, and I'll hopefully have another video up to you in about a month or so. Anyways, thanks for joining today, guys, and I'll see you next time.